Hello, and welcome to the Construction Experts interview series designed to hear from key specialists in construction sector from across the globe on current and engaging topics. My name is Jali Jazini, and I'm Business Development Manager at viAct Hong Kong, which is the leading construction AI company in the Asian region. And today I'm joined by HSC manager with 5 years of experience in this field, Madiyar Alshimbayev, who is going to be giving us his professional opinion on the round of questions related to safety issues in construction. So I would like to start our Q&A session by a brief introduction on what we will discuss by saying that construction safety management is an evolving field that does offer new practical solutions as construction technologies develop. However, by introducing AI technologies, we always stress out on importance of the human factor. To ensuring compliance with construction site safety regulation, a workforce team must be educated and kept updated regarding safety standards. Ongoing discussion around all aspects of safe work must be implemented at the workplace.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say hi to you, Julia, and to all of the viewers who's watching this video. And thank you for having me in this conversation. Thank you for inviting me and having this experience. First of all, I want to have one remark. Mostly, I've been working in some industry plants in industry field, but have visited also construction sites throughout the Kazakhstan. So your first question was about why is workplace safety important in the first place. And I want to say in that regarding this question that nowadays we have a source of a lot of information, and we are the professionals who work in this field. We're having some messages, have some alerts about the accidents happening every day throughout the world. And the thing is that when we hear such things, well, it's called professional deformation, I believe, yes. We are starting to forget that all of these incidents, all of these cases are the people's lives. And when we say about some accidents that have happened, someone got hurt or maybe it ended up as a fatality, we don't think that all of these people, all these employees who had suffered these injuries or fatalities, that they are just ordinary human beings. They all have some friends, they all have some relatives, some family. They all had some plans for life. You don't know, maybe someone would want to marry like next year. I believe that's the most devastating impact that all of these injuries and fatalities have, because they are all disrupting somehow people's fates. They are all impacting them. In modern world, the price of people's life is very, very high, and you got to understand that people's life, that this matters. All lives matters.
Madiyar, as a HSC manager, you know that HSC reports indicate the construction sites do have the second highest rate of accident incidents, health conditions, and deaths reported. That is why it's so essential to anticipate safety risk and develop measures for their prevention. Well, the next 2 questions will cover these topics. The questions will be: what are the top safety risks in constructions and how to prevent them?
Yeah. Well, relying on the statistics here in Kazakhstan, the main reason for the fatalities at the construction sites are the fall from heights. As I said before, some of these fatalities comes from the lack of training. Some of these fatalities comes from the improper equipment that is not being tracked off. That's the lack of supervision, as I said. But let's not forget about the harmful factors as well that they are affecting all of the people, all the employees of the working site, despite their jobs. I mean, even if you are some kind of an architect, yes, and you're always at the working site, or you're an, I don't know, HEC manager who's always been at the this construction site, you are also got affected the very same harmful factors as the people that are conducting some hazardous works. Well, I think that regarding current situation in Kazakhstan, one of the biggest concerns and one of the main ways that we can reduce the risk at the construction sites is training of personnel, because it's really often I see those situations when the personnel that is conducting work on the construction sites is not really qualified. Their lack of training, their lack of supervision. It happens due to a lot of reasons. Some of these people, of these employees, are migrants from near Central Asia countries. Some of them are coming from the countryside, and they are not they have not been working at such sites in their life, so they don't understand the risks and the lack of supervision. I've encountered these situations a lot of time when the site managers, they think that if we have an HEC person, this HEC person must do all the HEC work. No, the HEC is everybody's work, and the safety is everyone's responsibility, starting from this employee and HEC managers, HEC engineers at the site, and of course the site managers, the project managers. We all had to split those risks, split the responsibilities. I do understand that not all of the project managers and site managers do know all of the HEC rules, but that's why we are working, because we are professionals in this field and we can help them, so nobody would get hurt and all.
Thank you for your information you have shared with us. Well, the next question is, what are the responsibilities for construction site safety?
Yeah, if we're talking about the responsibility for the construction site safety, so we got to prevent any accident that can happen. We got to all do all the work to prevent those cases. Here in Kazakhstan, we have some problems, I think, yes, with managerial reviews. I mean, the support from the top management, sometimes it's lacking regarding the safety. I mean, a lot of international companies that are working here in Kazakhstan, they do understand it and they do follow these zero vision programs. But a lot of local companies, especially in the field of construction, they are not doing this job properly, and they, well, as any company is interested in their benefits, but sometimes here in KZ we have this problem that we might want to do some work, we might need to do some work, and we can do it in two ways. I mean, the first way, if we would buy some equipment that's really expensive but can do the job safely without having a man doing this job, or we can hire, I don't know, 20, 50 guys, as I told you before, low qualified and all, so we have less costs on them, and just give them this job. And when this question arrives to some top management, or maybe even at the middle level of management, they are taking the decisions that they would do cost-effective things. That's the problem. That's the problem. because if we do not understand that the most important thing is the people's lives, the most important thing is safety, we would not have any safety culture.
Thank you. Well, let's move to the other question. Last year, as pandemic was declared, the construction industry has been changed in a number of ways like many other businesses. The main concern for safety at workplace has become the close distance between the employees. As a result, at least 70% of businesses in the industry have increased or maintained their current investment into the digitalization. That has allowed them to work remotely at some cases, and some business leaders have ever noted that work can be completed faster. And with these newfound efficiencies, companies have become even more open to embracing new technologies. For instance, it's noted that more and more contractors are starting to use wireless concrete monitoring sensors to minimize the labor and the cost involved in their work. So the following question will be, what are the latest safety trends in construction industry?
In overall, in the world in general, we have such trends on unmanned vehicles, some unmanned machines that doing some works. Especially if we are talking about some visual inspections and all and all and all, we got to face the automatization. That's why that's how we can reduce the risks, because there is always a human factor. You cannot fight it like you can train your personnel, right? You can give them stop work authorities and all the stuff. You can teach them some golden rules, some cardinal safety rules, but still every human being is just a human being. We all doing some mistakes. That's a part of being human, yes. Machines are not like this. They are really they are more straight than us, let's say this, more straightforward. So if you're gonna give them task, they will do it without risking the people's lives. So yeah, I think using such technologies are the way to reduce the risks for people's lives and reduce accidents rates even.
Madiyar, thank you so much for your great insights there. Thank you very much for your time to speak with us today. It was a huge pleasure.
Thank you, Jalea. It was nice to be a participant of such interesting conversation. See you all soon. Subscribe for this channel.
So for those watching, don't forget to like, follow our page, and even share your comment on what you think of today's discussion. We would like to hear from you. Until then, thank you very much and hope to see you soon.